What is up, guys? Welcome to the very first reset analysis for WWE SuperCard. For those of you that used to watch the My NBA 2K videos, at the end of those videos, I would show, all the resets that I got throughout the event. And then at the end, I would do kind of like a reset analysis where I talked about all the pull rates for each specific tier, tells you how many I got, the percentages, and all that stuff. So that's what we're going to do today. And since we just had the Ring Domination event, I thought it'd be kind of fun to show you from start to finish all 216 resets. That is right. You heard me. I finished the entire Ring Dom for the very first time in my SuperCard career. I got a heroic upgrade, which I'm excited about that. That is my very first one for Ramon. So I'm excited it's for him as well. SummerSlam 19 card, so it looks really good. I didn't get the first heroic, obviously, since this is my first one. I didn't get the last one, so it is only half heroic, which is okay. But and then also we're gonna look at some pulls and stuff that I got in War and Wild and all that stuff. So in total, we got about 369 resets that I did a reset analysis on. Y'all have to let me know in the comments, for those of you that do keep track of this type of stuff, for those of you, because I used to never do this, right? I used to, at least for SuperCard, I used to never count my resets to know when I'm getting my pull and all that stuff. If you saw the last video, it felt like 300, and I was like, you know what? I am going to start taking pictures. I'm going to start counting all of this and seeing how many resets it actually takes for me to finish this. And just kind of compare it, compare it with everybody else, compare it each single time I have a reset. We got our very first part, Ultimate Warrior, I guess our very first tier, Ultimate Warrior Cat card, which looks really good. I love the image on it. Used to love him as a kid, man. Definitely a big fan, but I don't have it, so it's not going to be a pro. And since we're getting really close to Road to Glory, I guess next week is going to be the Road to Glory event. That's going to be really hard. That is definitely going to be really hard to finish. And if you don't have at least a complete deck of Cat Pros with maybe, how many SummerSlam 19 Pros are you really going to have by then? Maybe 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky. So that one's going to be really tough. And I still haven't finished like my entire Road to Glory deck as all Cat Pros. I do on the male side have a ton. I think I have still 4 or 5 that I still have to do all of the matches on. So I do have plenty of males to get it done by then. I'm missing 1 female, and it'll be completely full. And then, of course, I got the Ramon half heroic, which is really going to help. And, like I said, y'all will have to let me know as far as when we compare these pick rates and these pull rates. I'm going to talk about a couple things, kind of things that I saw. And this is the first time I'm really keeping track of this. Y'all have to let me know if this stuff is normal. As far as how much it took, well, y'all remember we got tons of credits, right? We got a lot of free credits this past 2 weeks or past week and a half for all the mess ups that Cat Daddy has done. And I don't know. I mean, of course, I'd like to thank him. Thanks for the credits. And without those credits, it would have been really hard to be able to get this done. So I think in total, it took me about 1,100, maybe just over. I think it was 1,100 credits that I used out of all the free stuff that it gave us. I picked up a ton of doublers. As you see going through this, man, I got so many doublers that I don't know if it's normal or if it's not normal. Second event card, Dolph Ziggler. I think this is actually my worst SummerSlam 19 card. I think I have a total of maybe 11 or 12 of them. And if you're looking for like all the videos and stuff with my TBGs and pack openings, all this stuff, I'm going to do that in a separate video. This was just going to be about just the picks, just the analysis, just checking out all of the things that we pulled throughout the thing, or throughout the entire event. But still, good pull. I mean, I can't complain about getting 2 SummerSlam 19 cards and, of course, the SummerSlam 19 resets. You got to think, I am SummerSlam 19 plus. As you see, look at the bar at the top. I mean, it is the ever so barely there. I had to put in every single enhancement on every single card I had, and I have 3 momentums. So 3 momentums, all cat cards, only 1 event card, and ride. Enjoy the Ride, I think I only had 1. I have 1 Enjoy the Ride card, 1 event card, which is the Becky Lynch, and then the rest of those are all regular cat cards, 3 momentums, all have enhancements, and that barely put me into SummerSlam 19 plus. Since at least with this PvP with War that they're letting it continue, so there's going to be most people that have either 4 or 5 momentums on there, so that's going to certainly help give me a little breathing room. It's just going to be hard to obviously keep that same amount of momentums from, you know, the next event and on. We do, of course, have the Team Ringdom event going on right now, which I need to hurry up and get this over with so I can, I guess, help my team. This video is actually taking quite a little bit longer than I necessarily anticipated. With 369 resets, 369 pictures in my phone, and having to go through each one of them, write down the actual tier, the type of card it was, calculate all of them together, man, it certainly took a lot longer than I initially thought it would. But still, we're trying to get this done. Razor Ramon, there is the second event card. Of course, I did pick up the first one, and yeah, we're on our way to the Heroic. Good looking card. I can't wait to see who the next event card is going to be. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's the female's turn, right? Someone told me that it was every 3 weeks or every 4 weeks is like the female event. Not sure what week we are on, or if it's 3 or 4 weeks from the actual time that the new tier comes out, or what it is. But either way, excited to see who the next event card is going to be, and whether or not, how close I'm going to be in order to be able to get that done in Road to Glory. That's going to be, you know, another thing I wondered, why is it that we only pick up ultimate cards in like events like this? Every time I play War, or every time, you know, I play Wild and things like that, I never get event or never get ultimate cards ever. And when you play Ringdom and all that other stuff, for some reason, you get them in there. I don't know if it's always been like that, or if that's just like the thing that they do, or maybe, I don't know, I'm just lucky not to get them. I'm really not sure. But I don't know. I guess I just wondered why that was and how that is. Man, look at all of these doublers. I can't, just wait to see how many. I think it was close to 20. I think it was almost 20%, 21% of all. Just for the event, right? Just in the Ringdom, you pick up the doublers. And just in those, oh man, it's like 21%. But first, SummerSlam 19 pull for the event, Charlotte Flair, another female. I think my very first, like, couple video, was it last video that I pulled that? Carmela? Yeah, last one, Carmela, Charlotte Flair, which got to be the 2 oldest females in WWE right now. Maybe Asuka. I mean, she's got to be mid-30s by now too. But still, another female, which is cool. I didn't have any females before that Carmella one that I just pulled in the last event, so I had like 8 or 9 of them, and then I got her, and then I got my very first one, Charlotte Flair, for the event. And interesting, this reset, when I did the Carmella one, I swear it was like 300, but most of my pulls were in base tier SummerSlam 19. Most of my pulls, I think, except for my first 20 pulls after the Carmella, I was still base tier, but then I moved to SummerSlam 19, and this one took me, how much? 244. This was 244 resets to get this Charlotte Flair. Now that certainly feels like a ton, but it doesn't seem like it's anything, I guess, out of the ordinary that it usually goes through. It feels like every single time I'm in my tier that it takes a million resets in order to get it. And believe it or not, I mean, it didn't feel like ever that I've ever had I can never remember a time in which I thought, man, that reset was super early, or I got that really early, 50 pulls, 50, 75, whatever. Second one, now on to the heroic side. We got the Miz. This was a cat that I did have, and like I said, I think I have like 4 or 5 of them. I think that I still am working on the matches, trying to get the wilds done, trying to play war as much as possible. Hopefully, I really hope that I can make it to 7. I think I've only made tier 7. I think it's 7, right? When you get 5 momentums. I think I've only made it there one time ever. I looked at my high score, I guess, on your little player profile. It says that one time I got 26,000 points in PvP. I have absolutely no idea how I possibly could have got that. What event I was playing or what I was doing. I mean, to me, to get 26,000 points, you seriously have to be playing every single day, every single second in an entire week. I don't know what I must have been like grinding like crazy that time, using all of my free ads and all that stuff. But anyways, I'm not going to even come close to 26,000. Shattered Pete Dunne. I didn't pull very many high tier cards. And actually at the end of this, when we look at, hey, WrestleMania 35 enhancement, Neon, pulling all these kind of high tier cards now, which makes you think, you know what, am I going to get another one soon? Which would be literally my very first, I swear to God, my very first early reset ever. There's another ultimate card. It was weird pulling ultimates. I even forgot until this event happened and I started taking all the pictures and all that stuff. I actually forgot that ultimates were still like resettable, I guess. I used to just, I guess I was used to thinking WrestleMania 35 is the only way to go, or WrestleMania 35. WrestleMania, 35? No, 33. WrestleMania 33 was the only one that was the lowest tier that you could possibly get. But anyways, SummerSlam 19, the second part of the heroic version, Bobby Lashley. I don't know exactly if it's mid-tier or where it actually sits, but out of the SummerSlam 19 cards that I have, it is, I don't know, I want to say like 4th best or something. I must have a lot of really low-tier cards because I had no idea, but I wouldn't think that this would be too high. Maybe mid-tier or whatever, but I think it's in the upper top part of the ones that I actually have, and so more the better. But anyways, like I said, 244 resets in order to get that Charlotte Flair, which feels like a lot. And when I got it, I counted them and I'm like, man, that is a whole lot of resets. But my day finally came and I got an early pull. I couldn't believe it. Like when I hit this thing, and especially it being in the actual event itself, Otis, I think it's a pretty low tier card, but still, this one, 244 for the Charlotte Flair, only 75 for Otis. And I think this is probably the very first time ever I was under 100 pulls and pulled the actual top tier card. So super excited about that, even though it's not a dupe and even though it's not probably the best one, still SummerSlam 19. And I actually think in like my entire history of even playing this game, I don't think I've ever had a reset back-to-back days. Like, I don't know. I think I got that one. I think I got the Charlotte Flair on Saturday and then, or maybe Friday, and then pulled the Otis on Saturday. AJ Styles, WrestleMania 35. That was one of the few cards in the actual event that was kind of top tier. Y'all noticed, looking through all these cards, not one single cat card in the entire event. I did pull one cat card, which we'll look at as soon as we get done with all these, in like War or Wild or something like that. So 369 resets, only one single cat card. I pulled more SummerSlam 19 cards than I did cats, which is, I mean, to me that's really weird. But it's actually, you know what, now that I think about it, it's really not too weird. Because all the times that I did the 2K videos, there were quite a few times in which I was pulling the top tier card and the tier right below it. I didn't pull as many as those cards as the tier below as I did as my actual reset. So, especially since it's made by the same company, I guess I was Samoa Joe. I'm actually starting to collect a lot of the older cards now, trying to get my catalog up and trying to dupe all of these cards and collecting all the things that I don't have. And there it is, Heroic upgrade, and I did finish this. I probably could have finished it quite a bit early. There was a problem with ads. I don't know. Was there anybody else having trouble with ads? It felt like the very first day I flew through all 20 of them. I waited for the next day to come around and to reset, and then there was none available. And then like 12 hours into the next day, I finally had all of them, and I swear I didn't even come close to 20. I maybe did 10, and then there were no more ads for me. And then I waited till the next day, and then again, right when it was supposed to reset, it didn't reset, or at least it didn't give me ads until like a couple hours after it. And then I had some, and then the last day I only got like 2 free ads, which was really weird, but I was so far into it anyway. I pretty much just slept most of the day just to catch up on sleep and stuff, and just finished it with like an hour to go. But anyway, that was all 216 resets in the event, and like I said, what we're doing is we're looking at 369 total resets. So all the other resets came from Wild and War and everything since the last event. And so these are all the best cards that I pulled. Everything from Gothic and up. Obviously, we're not going to go through 150 more. So we have some Gothics. We got Jeff Hardy. We got Matt Hardy. We got Tommaso Ciampa, which was a new card for me. I'm really trying to complete the catalog now, trying to catch up on all these. Bobby Fish, Michael P.S. Hayes, Razor Ramon. Man, he has some really good images. I really like this one. Even on the event card, looks really good. Velveteen Dream, 35 again. And there is my only cat card, Zack Ryder. And I do already have this one duped up, so definitely wasn't a help for me. But now let's talk about the actual pull rates. Yeah, so if you've never seen one of these videos before, like I said at the very end, I show you all the pull rates, the percentages, everything that I've done. We have on the left side, obviously, the dubs is the pick doublers. 68 total pick doublers. Now, obviously, that's out of 369. But you don't get those in, War and Wild and stuff like that. You get those in the actual event. So that percentage is a little bit skewed. Of course, same with the Ultimate. The Ultimates you only got in the event, which is really weird. No Wild, no PvP. So that's a little weird too. But regular cards on the left. E for enhancement, S is for support, and T is for total. Percentages kind of went how you would kind of expect, right? WrestleMania 33, at least for the most part, is the lowest tier. So you would have the most percentage, I guess, right there at 22.5%. And as we're getting better and better and better, the percentages are going down. And it pretty much went like that all the way down to you got Titan. For some reason, when we hit Titan tier, only pulled 10 total Titans, so 2.7%, which is kind of like the outlier of the entire, all of these. Everything else just went down just like normal, like you would think it would. And again, except all the way you got down to cat cards, which is only one of them out of 369. But total, 245 regular cards, 60 total enhancements, 64 total supports, which is still quite a bit of them. I mean, that's close to 18%. 34 total percent, 35% out of all cards you pull tend to be enhancements or support. Y'all have to let me know if you agree with these numbers. I kind of want to do a running total, maybe. I'm still taking all the pictures of all of the cards until I get to SummerSlam 19++. I'm still taking all the pictures. I'm still going to do all the stats, and I kind of want to combine everything, maybe get 1,000, 1,500 resets, maybe get a better idea of the exact closer percentages. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the video. If you want me to do another one of these where I do the pull rates and things like that, man, let me know in the comments, because this takes a long time. This really does. To take all these pictures, to go through them individually one by one, add them all up, and make this stuff. It does take a lot longer than regular videos, but hopefully you did enjoy. And like I said, I will do another video that has all of the pack openings, TBGs, the card packs, the quest packs. All of that stuff will be in a separate video, but yeah, hopefully everybody's team event is going good. And hopefully you did enjoy. I will see y'all in the next video, man. I am out. Peace.